my only, what could be called personal association, I mean in the sense of like one-on-one exchange with Prabhupada, was when I got to get my Brahminical initiation. And I'd been waiting a few days because Prabhupada gave so many people all at once initiation. This was here in Vrindavan in 1976. So after several days, I got in to be with Prabhupada. Pushta Krishna was his secretary, and I'd been waiting there all morning, as I'd been there for the last few mornings, and he just wanted to cut it just before me. So he saw I looked a little disappointed, so he said, okay, go in. Then we'd been, myself and one godbrother, we joined pretty much at the same time. We were going out on book distribution together, and we were close friends. He left his body about 2 years ago, Satyavak Prabhu. So we'd heard things here and there about, see, in those days there weren't so many books translated, and it was mostly Prabhupada's books that we knew anything from, and weren't so many books written, and we just used to hear little snippets of things here and there that might be in some shastra. And we heard that from, we'd heard, or Satyavak had heard, that from Hari Bhakti Vilas it says you should face in this direction at this time of day when you say your...
Satyavak, he was British?
Yeah. He
passed away?
He passed away maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So you should face in a certain direction in the morning, another direction in the evening, another direction at night, and when you're saying a Gayatri. And you should say it specifically at this time, so many minutes before the sunrise, or so many minutes after. And you should hold it at the throat or something like that at the morning, or something, I can't remember, in the chest at midday, like this. There's so many detailed rules of how to do it. So we thought, well, this is very interesting and far out, as the language was in those days. So I thought, well, if I get a chance, I'd like to ask Prabhupada about this. So anyway, I went in, and Prabhupada had me pronounce the words, and I thought I knew how to pronounce Sanskrit quite nicely, so I read the sheet out, and every word I said wrong, and Prabhupada was correcting me. And then after the first mantra, Prabhupada just gave up trying to correct me, and just, whatever I said, he just let it go on. So then he saw this saying, he said, you chant this mantra morning, noon, and evening. Do you have any questions? So I wanted to ask about this, that I'd heard that you should chant exactly so many minutes before the sunrise, or so many minutes after it, like that. So I said, Prabhupada is... And then I was going to ask about which direction to face in, to confirm all these things we'd heard, and then which direction your thumb should be facing. I don't know what it was exactly. So anyway, I asked Prabhupada, is there any exact time is there any particular time for chanting? And Prabhupada just told me you chant morning, noon, and evening. So he said, yes, chant morning, noon, and evening. So then again I asked that, but Prabhupada, is there any exact particular time? Prabhupada looked at me and said, morning, noon, and evening. So I didn't think to ask all those other questions about which direction you should be facing in. I just said, yes, Prabhupada. I offered my obeisances and left.